All right, we're checking out a drone video for track 2 at the Merrimack project. We're looking north. Property is on the left side, on the west side of the county road. So it's got direct county road frontage on its east side. That's where the red truck is parked that we'll see in a minute. It goes way back to the west, and then the entire west side directly borders the Mark Twain National Forest. So pretty spectacular property. Looking west, you can see those big pine trees. It's a mixture of pine trees and hardwood trees. And as we look down there, so again, truck is parked right at the property on the county road. Looks like a kind of a natural open area. Okay, so now as we look southerly, the property's on the right, kind of looking off in the distance. Again, the entire west side, when we get there, you'll see it borders the Mark Twain National Forest, which gives you over 50,000 acres, more like 200,000 acres, I believe, of additional land for hunting and camping. There's a little map. So track 2 is toward the top on this map. You can see it there. So bordering the county road along its entire east side. Look way back to the west, to the left, it borders the National Forest. There's actually a power line running through the National Forest, so that's not too far away. Entirely wooded for the most part. You might have some small natural openings. There's a topo map. So this lays probably as or more nicely than any of the tracks out here. The entire east side is virtually level if you look at this topo on track 2. When you get back to about the middle, it slopes down gently to that tiny creek bed, rises back up to a level area, and then kind of gently slopes up and down as you go west toward the National Forest on that west side. So we're going to do, I believe, a full flyover here and get a look at this. The thing that really jumped out to us on this track when we were out there, that does look like a little natural opening, was the number of large mature pine trees on this property. They can be tough to pick out in a video. Actually, they're kind of jumping out at us here. The darker colored trees are going to be the pines. That's super cool if you're into the idea of building your own log cabin. To have the materials on site can literally save you $20, $30, $40,000. A prepped log cabin log delivered can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So to have them on site, getting bigger by the year is awesome. Obviously, you can't cut the timber here until the property's been paid for in full, but it's only getting bigger in the meantime. So that's pretty fantastic to have your log cabin materials on site already. And as we fly westerly, we're getting to the point now where it's sloping down a little bit toward that tiny creek bed, and then back up. We're kind of toward the center of the property. We've got that large level area toward the center. I mean, you've got so many options for building sites or camping sites or hunting spots on this property. If you cleared, a straight trail going straight back, you would have an excellent shooting lane, because the property goes back to the west about 2,000 feet before it directly fronts that national forest, and I think we're getting close to that point. Orienting toward the north. The property does not quite go up to that meadow. It sits back a little bit from that meadow. And let's see where we are here. I believe we're kind of looking northwesterly. That power line that you see toward the lower left portion of the screen goes through the National Forest and then into that farm to the north. So on the left, we've got the Mark Twain National Forest stretching way off to the north and the west and the south and the east. But it does directly border this property on the property's entire west side, which is pretty amazing. So we're seeing just a fraction of the National Forest, but you can literally, go right into your property from the National Forest. Hunting, camping, all that good stuff. I mean, on your own private wooded acreage, you may never need or want to venture into the National Forest, but it's there as your backyard if you want it. If you're hardcore into camping or potentially hunting, if you have a big group of guys and girls, pretty cool to have that National Forest access where you can go and kind of check that out and scout out some different hunting spots if you want to do so. Now we're looking easterly back toward the county road. We'll have a ground video, I'm sure, on the website as well, so you can definitely check that out. Gorgeous property. I mean, we were so excited about the Merrimack project, and we're looking every day for properties that are even close to the National Forest. So to find something that not only has direct frontage on the National Forest, but direct frontage on a county road is almost unheard of. I mean, it just really just doesn't happen. So we were really pumped to have that, to have a property that borders not only borders the National Forest, but you can actually get to it because it borders this county maintained road, County Road 5600, along its east side. Slowly moving easterly back toward the county road. You've got big tall pines, you've got red oak, white oak, you've got thousands of younger trees as well, but there is mature timber on the property. And now we're orienting back to the north, I believe, as we get close to the county road here. There's the county road. So somewhere you should see the red truck. If we're in the right spot, I believe we are. So again, the property about 200 feet wide. So on a wooded property, that gives you a lot of privacy factor, especially on this particular track, because you can go back to the west 1,000 feet or more if you want to. It's really not that hard to create a little driveway or a trail through the timber. And you can have supreme privacy if you want to do that. I mean, you could create a trail all the way back to the National Forest if you wanted to be able to drive your vehicle back there to make it easy to access that National Forest. I don't know that you could take your truck into the National Forest, but I know a lot of people, obviously use four-wheelers and whatnot, and there are, I'm sure, rules and regulations regarding, what you can and can't do with motorized vehicles in the National Forest. I can tell you that probably everyone in this area takes their four-wheelers all through the National Forest, but I imagine you're supposed to stay on a trail. I'm not sure about that. Okay, looking north on the county road, so the land's on the left. Very, very special property. Super excited. If you have any questions, please let us know.